Good morning. Our story Friday about the downtrend in the shrimp market and the fact that the shrimp market is undergoing a significant correction attracted a lot of attention. And one of the things I wanted to follow up with is to talk about how shrimp, which represents about 1/3 of all the seafood Americans eat, if you exclude canned tuna, shrimp really holds up the rest of the seafood market. And for the last 18 months or so, shrimp has been acting like an umbrella where the high prices for shrimp due to the shortfall in production have basically allowed almost every other seafood product that has had to put through a price increase more room to do so. This is really illustrated on our chart here. What we've done is we've compared the price of shrimp, the Urner White Shrimp Index for the last several years, with their farm salmon index, and also the prices of a cod loin, tilapia fillet, and snow crab section from Newfoundland. And what you'll see is that 2 years ago, we were in a pretty normal seafood market where the price of shrimp was kind of in the mid-range of this selection of commodities. But in the last 18 months, we've gotten into a situation where shrimp prices have risen above all those other items, and they've provided kind of an umbrella. And as a result, the price increases that are driven by supply issues and particular things related to each species, they had more room to go through the system. It was easier to raise your price to a buyer or to a consumer on salmon or on crab when shrimp prices were going through the roof. That situation is now reversing, and this is what I want to call attention to in this little talk here, which is that as the shrimp prices correct and return to a more normal level for that commodity in relation to other seafood commodities, it's going to leave some people on the beach. I hate to mix metaphors with the shrimp umbrella, but one way to look at this is like a tide coming in and going out. So as the shrimp tide came in, it carried a lot of other seafood items with it. And that's now reversed, and the shrimp tide is going out. So the danger is you don't want to be left on the beach. The reason is not that shrimp prices affect these other commodities directly. In each case, whether you look at crab or tilapia or salmon or cod, the prices of these particular items are set by conditions that are specific to that species. Production of salmon, production of cod, shortage of crab, etc. But in an environment where consumers have choices, the fact that the shrimp tide is going out makes it harder to put through justified price increases for other products. And as a result, it becomes harder to maintain margins. That's the danger that we're talking about that's facing seafood sellers for the latter half of this year. In Lexington, Mass., this is John Sackton.